Hi, welcome back. Shane Simpson here with you from Ottawa, Canada. This is the start of a series called Just Licks. Thank you for your feedback. People were asking for some just basic lead ideas, some actual vocabulary, and that's how I kind of think of licks or ideas, whatever you want to call them. To me, it's great to get some ideas from somebody else, be it through transcription or a situation like this, where you kind of take those ideas that you learn and they should melt into your playing. How to learn these and actually implement them into your playing. You got to know them inside and out. So we have 10 ideas here today. The first five will be in the key of A, the second five will be in the key of E. But you want to transpose those to all keys and just get to know them. And the idea again is down the line, if you forget the original idea, but it's led to something, it's going to morph into something else or evolved into something else, and that's a good thing. We can jump right in. Idea number one is in the key of A, and I'll speak just very briefly. It'll be coming out of box 4 in the key of A, and if you've been following other videos, you'll know what we're talking about. If not, you can download, there'll be a neck map that you can have a peek at. It sounds this way. Now I said box 4, it's also sneaking back into box 3 there as well. So slowly here, very slowly, it's going. That's utilizing a few different ideas that we've talked about. So there's basic blues bend here again. Here's bending the second up to the minor third. There's your root. There's your sixth bending to the flat seventh, and a little chromatic here. That's the second going through the flat second to the root. Now chromatics, you can explain them away, just the inevitability and the gravity they have toward that tonic in this case. You can get away with it for sure. It's not something you want to sit on. Woo, it wants to go for sure. So again, that one, idea number one. And the loop station here, just going to sit on an A for us. You can phrase that many ways. I'm going to go. What if I don't pause this time? I'll go. Again. Neat. There's lots of ways to do it. Let's put little pauses here and there. Yeah, so try to get as many variations as you can. Really milk it. It's not important to get to the end of the idea, and sometimes you'll abandon the idea halfway and go into something else. So lots of neat things you can do. Number 2 coming up here. Idea number 2 is this. It's got a little chromatic in there, and it's meant to connect idea number 1 in just a sec. That's this guy here. And again. Good stuff. Again, a little bit slower this time. Again, a little chromatic in there, right here. Nothing there. And I've written fingering in there on your sheet, but it's negotiable. If you find a way that works for you a little better, here, number 2, with our loop station going. Again. Nice. Now you won't really want to slow that down over the chromatic. To me, it gets a little bit slippery there, so I like to steam right through that guy. If I connect that to idea number 1 coming up, get a nice long line there for sure. Again. There we go. That is idea number 2. That was coming kind of be box 3-ish in A. There's a couple little moves outside of it, but that we're just basing it on box 3 here. You can head one fret or one way or the other or so and still do consider it kind of in that box. Idea number 3 is this guy here. Again, I'm featuring a bit more chromaticism. Idea number 3 is this. I'll end it there, so. That guy. Again, the chromaticism, I think in this particular case, prefers that a little speedier, There we go. So we're against our guy here. 4, 1. It seems awfully fast, but whoa. It works that way for sure. Again, 4, 1. Where am I starting? 4. I'm starting on the upbeat there. I just kind of prefer that on this particular idea. There I started on the down. It works really well. And actually it kind of changes the character of it. It gives it a different color, so to speak. That was on the downbeat. Here's on the up. 4, 1. It works beautifully that way. Idea number 4 here. And I'm sorry, that was coming right out of box 1 in A. That was coming out of box 1 in A. And that little bit of hint of chromaticism, and then it kind of turns itself around on the blue note, repeats that. I love that stuff. I really love it. Kind of add jazzy kind of stuff into your basic rock or blues playing. I'll keep it on because the 4th one here is the same thing up the octave, where I'll start. Again, slowly. This would be idea number 4 coming at you. And if blues box wise, I'm going to call that box 2 in our system. There we go, 3, 4. That works well. That was on the offbeat. Here's on the downbeat if I can do it. 3, 4. Yeah. It's actually kind of disconcerting if you're not used to doing it that way, because it feels the same, but something's different, you know. So that's idea number 4 coming at you. And I know they're whipping by. The idea is, hey, stop tape and learn them. It takes me a long time to learn lines. I transcribed a Joe Bonamassa line not long ago, and I think I sat like 2 weeks, just over and over and over again. And the sad thing is I don't think I can play it anymore because it's kind of evolved. It wormed its way into my playing, and then I made left turns and right turns, and I don't remember the original idea, but I do know that it really, really did help me. So don't be surprised if you got to stop tape, take these away, a lick a day, a lick a week, whatever it is, and just pound it into your own playing. And really the best advice I can give you is to do it over and over and over again, and then try to break out into your own ideas right after this, whatever particular lick you're looking at. Maybe start with one of your own ideas, put a lick in the middle, and then exit with one of your own ideas. And then maybe they'll just kind of, they're all stitched together. Maybe you'll exit halfway through one of these licks, whatever the case may be. But there's nothing more uncomfortable than thinking you're solo when you're playing with the guys or whatever, and you're thinking, okay, I'll insert my lick number 3 here, and feeling like you could blow it. So you have to have an escape pod, so to speak, to get out of trouble if you need. So you learn them verbatim, but then try to make them your own is the big point. Number 5 is this guy here. If I can read that, it's going. That would be coming out of box 4 in A. We're still in the key of A here. I'm going. And then there we go. Again, slowly. I may have phrased it differently here and there. That's okay. That's all right. And against our vamp here, it's just A. The guy's just sitting on A. There's a nice basic blues band here. And bending the 6th. Chromatic. Bending the 2nd. And landing on the root, the tonic there in that case. Great. So. Maybe I'll go to right, so that was connecting 1 and 2. So go round and round. That's it for the key of A. Let's go into the key of E in just a second. Okay, now key of E. I'll get that loaded up. Key of E, 5 ideas in the key of E. The first one, based very much on what we around here call a screw diddly. I don't know if that's common lingo around the planet, but I'm referring to this idea, which you'll hear just about every guitar player do for sure. So the first idea starts this way, with the screw diddly going. There it is. I'm starting that one. I'm starting that on the upbeat in that case, going. There we go. To me, it's important to have those guys, that first finger barring the top 2 strings before you even begin the idea. So ring fingers in there, ready to push up, give that a good bend, Exit that band. He's already barred. Pull off here, pinky. Little pull off there again. And I'll start it again. That's the one. And I should point out that that's going through the major third that we talked about in another series called Adding the Major Third. There we go. And against the vamp and E, that's a nice one. Go on the power and again. I like that a lot. I like that fourthy bit right here. Right. And I'll tell you about those fourths on the guitar. They can be tricky to play because they're on adjacent strings. Don't just squish over because they'll bleed together unless you're doing that for effect. You got to have that get that guy going. Keep them clean, just so you can. If you decide to bleed them together, that's totally your own thing. That works well. Idea number 2, also based off the screwdiddly, but with 2 different exit points. So idea number 2 starts this way. Same screwdiddly again slowly. There he is again. And underneath that, I've written multiple. So maybe I'll do a bunch of these. And the first exit point right here will be the first set of bracketed notes, the 14 and 12 on the high E string. Half step bend on that 14th fret. So multiple screwdiddlies. And then out you come on that guy. And I'll do multiple screwdiddlies again and exit in the second set of bracketed notes. In any combination. So against this guy here. And the neat thing about screwdiddlies for me, they don't have to be bang on. They don't have to be... Because that repetitive figure, you can step all over the rhythm of what those guys are doing over there. So first exit point. And out you go. So if I was to do it rhythmically, again, here's your exit point on the second set of bracket notes. Wonderful stuff. I like that. That's just, what would you call that in the public domain? It's just, a standard blues fare, rock fare, whatever you want to call it. Idea number 7. We've done that one. That's idea number 7. And number 8. I might have messed up the numbers. If I did, I'm sorry. This is idea number 8. It's the third one in E, if that helps you at all. I hope I didn't mess that up. I'll go back and find it if I did. There you go. Idea number 8. There we go. Again, that's in E. And I would be thinking box 4 there in E, if we're thinking that way. Here we go here. Here it comes. It's a nice idea. So there's your 6th, right? 5th going to the 6th. Speaking of intervals, not frets. Here's your 2nd being bent up and landing on the root. There we go. And that brings us to number 9. This guy's a terror. It's nasty. I don't know where that's coming from, but I know it's box 2 and then heading into box 1 down the octave in E. It's one of those things that comes along. I don't know. I think the open string is acting almost like a 5th finger, so you can get some good speed with that. And I'll read it slowly here, starting with a little triplety bit. Again, 2 zeros at the end. They're high E string. Nice way to punctuate it. Yeah, put a period at the end of the sentence there. Nope, blew that. Wait. There you go. So let's see if I can get that going in. That would be awfully fast in this particular groove. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable for me. The last one, number 10, is almost screwdiddly-ish. Speaking of a repetitive figure, round and round. And I'm coming out of what would be box 2, the upper part of box 2 there. A little pull-off, very, very slowly here. and repeat it there. So it starts with a single 5. There's single 5, pulling off, then the 5's doubled. I end up, if I'm doing it properly, I'm usually going up, down, down, up, up. I don't think it much matters. I mean, you've got so many pull-offs in there. I don't think right-hand speed will be an issue on this guy. And you could exit that any old way. Against this guy. And it doesn't have to be super. If I go, that's neat. I'll bring that up the octave. Just literally add 12 frets and we get. Again. Maybe exit it. Some of your other ideas. And if I take, we go right back to idea number 1. I could transpose that here. It was in A up here. Well, now in E is into number 2. But that is now in E, right? So be able to transpose them. That's a big deal for sure. Know where they're emanating from. Equipment list coming up. Some people have asked what kind of gear I'm using, and we all love good gear, and happy to talk about it. You'll see a list scroll on by at the end. Hope all that helps you. Again, it's all, don't expect to learn them in 5 minutes. You know, you really got to sit down and work them into your own playing. And I sincerely hope you know your blues boxes, because they're going to help you give them context so they're not just fret numbers. So watch out for that, because it makes it difficult to utilize them in other keys as well. So keep at it, keep slow, and really enjoy it, and we'll see you back for part 2 very soon.